So as you see guys here, it's a number 2 metal classic guard. It's fully closed and we're going to be setting our fade foundation. So as you see guys here, now at this point I'm going to be setting our baseline. Once we complete this step, I'm going to follow that by using a foil shaver and completely board out this bottom part. So as you see guys here, now at this point I'm using a foil shaver and I'm completely boarding out this bottom part here. Once we complete this step, we're going to move to our next step. I'm going to use the blade fully open to set one guideline about an inch high. So as you see guys here, now at this point I'm going to be using the blade fully open to set one guideline about an inch high. Once we complete this step, we're going to move to our next step. We're going to use the number 1 metal classic guard open to blend right to the foundation, which is the number 2, skipping the 1/2 guard. So as you see guys here, it's the number 1 metal classic guard and it's open, and we're blending right to the foundation, skipping the 1/2 guard. And now as you see guys here, I'm going to close the number 1 and remove the middle line. And now as you see guys here, at this point all we got left is the bottom line here. I'm going to use the blade fully closed and remove the bottom line. Now at this point guys, you see all what I'm doing, I'm using the corner of the blade to get rid of any dark areas in the fade. I'm going to follow that by using the scissors and point cut to all the dark spots we have on this fade. So as you see guys here, this is our finished result for this side. Remember the steps that we used the number 2 metal cluster guard to set our fade foundation. Then we set our baseline, we used the foil shaver to completely board out this bottom part. Then we used the blade fully open to set one guideline about an inch high. Then we used the number 1 metal cluster guard open to blend right foundation, skipping the 1/2 guard. We closed the number 1 to remove the middle line. Then we used the blade fully closed to remove the bottom line, skipping 0.5 guard. Now this side is complete. We're going to move to the other side and repeat the same steps again. Once we complete the other side, I'm going to connect both sides of the back. So as you see guys here, now at this point we're going to be working on the other side, and again we're going to be using the number 2 metal cluster guard to set our fade foundation. Once we complete this step, then we're going to set our baseline. We're going to follow that by using a foil shaver to board out the bottom part. So it's the number 2 metal cluster guard. So as you see guys here, now at this point we complete setting our fade foundation using number 2 close, and next step is going to be setting a baseline, and we're going to follow that by using a foil shaver. So as you see guys here, it's the blade fully open, and we're setting one guideline about an inch high. We're going to follow that by using a number 1 metal cluster guard open to blend right to the foundation, skipping the 1/2 guard. So now at this point guys, you see we got our fade foundation set to number 2, we got our baseline, and we use the blade fully open to set one guideline about an inch high. And our next step is going to be the number 1 metal cluster guard open to blend right to the foundation, skipping the 1/2 guard. Now as you see guys here, at this point I'm going to close the number 1 and remove the middle line. So it's the number 1 metal cluster guard is fully closed, and we're removing the middle line. Once we complete this step guys, we're going to close the blade fully closed, no guard, and remove the bottom line. And now at this point guys, you see all what we got left here is the bottom line. I'm going to use the blade fully closed, no guard, and remove the bottom line. Now as you see guys here, at this point I'm going to be using the scissors and point cut into all the dark spots we have on the fade. This is going to be our last step on this side, then we're going to connect both sides at the back, and that's going to be our last step in this episode. So as you see guys here, now at this point we're going to be connecting both sides at the back. We got our fade foundation set to number 2. We got our baseline, we boarded out the bottom part using a foil shaver, and our next step is going to be the blade fully open. We're going to set one guideline about 1 inch high. Now next step is going to be the number 1 metal cluster guard. It's open. We're going to be blending right to the foundation, skipping the 1/2 guard. I'm going to close the number 1 and remove the middle line. And now at this point, as you see guys here, I'm going to close the blade, fully close, and remove the bottom line.